My name is Dafna Spiro. I'm a circuit judge and I sit at Southwark Crown Court. At the moment I'm the only woman, but soon there will be another woman joining me, thankfully. I am a circuit judge in crime exclusively. My job entails sitting in the Crown Court, dealing with trials. Now that I'm at Southwark, dealing with long and complex trials, but every trial is complex in its own way. I spent the last year and a half before coming here as the lead judge of the City Nightingale Courts, and before then I was at Harrow Crown Court. I am also a tutor at the Judicial College, and I tutor on various courses including the serious sex course and others about jury management and various other courses. And I am very proud of my role as a diversity and community relations judge, which we sometimes now call diversity and inclusion. I suppose the biggest barrier that I had to overcome in becoming a barrister initially and then a judge was my internal voice of self-criticism, lack of self-belief, and the imposter syndrome. So that was the barrier that really I had to overcome. I didn't go to Oxbridge, and when I was called to the bar in '94, that was much more of an obstacle, I think, than it is now, and particularly if you didn't have family members or other people that you knew in the legal world. I didn't know any barristers, and I didn't know any judges. I didn't know any solicitors really, and so I was forging my own path. But inside the imposter was a strong person who believed that I could make a difference and wanted to help people, I suppose, in a sort of slightly naive way. And maybe still there is that naivety that I feel that I can really make a difference, and both at the bar and on the bench, even more so on the bench, I do feel that I make a big difference to people's lives. Diversity and inclusion is important to me because it is absolutely fundamental to my beliefs and what I consider to be an essential part of the law, and what some people call the rule of law. That the law is that the world that we live in is inclusive and diverse, and is a reflection of the world around us, because unless it does reflect and include the multicultural and everything else that we have in society, people are going to not feel that they're getting a fair trial. It's important when a group of students, school pupils or whatever, come to court, that they come into the courtroom and see that there are women, that there are people of colour, that there are people from the travelling community, that there are people from working class backgrounds, from middle class backgrounds, from upper class backgrounds, from all backgrounds that reflect, and not just the traditional picture and image of the barrister as the white male and the judge as the older, greyer white male. It just, of course there are those people, but they shouldn't be the only people, because otherwise, you know, it doesn't feel like for others that it's a system that they can trust and belong to or be a part of. I became a diversity judge the first year that I was appointed, so in 2018, and I've done lots of different projects with schools and with all sorts of groups, but the initiative that I think that I'm most proud of is discovering and working with June Warwick, who is a traveller who's become a barrister, and a very successful criminal barrister. And through the work that we have done, introducing young travellers to the Old Bailey, but now we're going to roll it out to other courts. We together with the Friends, Families and Traveller group will roll it out across the country and hopefully bring the law into the worlds and the lives and the minds of the travelling community. We're trying to build bridges so that we can understand much more about the travelling community and implement that through not only the equal treatment bench book, but how we actually respond to litigants or people who are involved or have to become involved in the justice system, criminal and other, and also that those people from the travelling community can see the law and the justice system as an option for a career as a barrister, as a judge, as a solicitor, as a probation officer, as a dock officer, as a court clerk, as an usher, anything and everything, whatever they would like, it's open to them as it is to any other member of our society. Do it. If you would like to become a judge, think about it from early on. In fact, I knew really in my heart of hearts that I wanted to be a judge from quite early on in my career at the bar, because I wanted to make sure that things were fair, and as a judge you control really how the proceedings are managed, and I feel much more able to ensure fairness on the bench than I ever did at the bar. And go and sit with a judge, go and sit and watch how things are played out in front of the judge from the perspective of the bench. It's very, very different from any other place in the courtroom, and if you want to do it, it's a different skill to being a barrister or a solicitor, but both solicitors and barristers are welcome on the bench, and it's within your grasp.